No, I've unplugged the mics already. And oh, I can hear it. We have sound. Yay! Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. Y'all, StreamYard changed their menus down at the bottom. Yay, yay, yay. We have sound. Okay, we're only like 10 minutes in. Thanks, guinea pigs.
I want my money back.
You want your money back? Hey, everybody. Hi. It's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. So all of the chat up until now, when we get finished with this live stream, you guys, I'm going to delete the whole front of this video, and it's 8 to 10 minutes worth. Okay. So just FYI, I'm going to whack off that part. And when it, first world problems, I know, Allison, thank you. Oh my goodness, y'all. So anyway, I have to see what sound we're using. I'm pretty sure. Let me check my settings and my audio. And we are using our microphones. Excellent. Okay, so, whoo, man, that was busy. Yeah, so, hey everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. If you're just joining us, we've been on live for about 8 to 10 minutes or so. And I didn't have any sound. I don't know why. So anyway, I am here in Colorado Springs with my granddaughter in my motorhome. And this is Callie. She's 11.
Hello.
She says hello. If you guys have never met her before, she's been on before along with the boys. You have two brothers, right?
They have never been on before.
Oh, yes, they have.
Well, right.
Not live.
Not
We did
live.
Because they were in the back holding up quilts, remember?
Yeah.
So anyway, Callie is 11, and she has definitely shown a propensity for following in my footsteps. And I gifted her a Brother NQ3550W, which is identical to Gypsy, my travel machine, but the non-Disney version, last year. And that's the max of a 6x10 hoop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And she's been doing lots and lots of embroidery. What do you like to embroider?
I just like, I've embroidered on aprons before for our church, and I embroider on tea towels for like craft fairs and stuff like that. I do all sorts of different stuff.
She made this for us. Where did you get this design?
That was on the machine.
This is out of the Brother machine. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? Look at that. Love it. Just beautiful. That you don't even have any puckers. What kind of stabilizer did you use?
I just used the one that you sent me with those towels.
What was that?
I don't know.
I don't know what I sent her. So, and when we came up here, and if you're brand new, hi, welcome. We're glad you're here. And please let me know in the chat. Look at everybody loves your stitching. So let me know in the chat, pop in and say hi, or leave a comment below the video if you're watching on replay. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. I know your time is valuable and you don't want to go through all my technicals, but you know, 'tis technology, right? So we recently sold our house down at the Texas Gulf Coast. And I had a lot of machines down there. I had a serger. I had a straight stitch machine, right? The PQ 1500. And then also an old Brother Quattro. So, and it's got 2 upgrade kits in it. So it thinks it's a dream machine. And with the camera working and all that. So drop that off up here. And she just jumped on that and started doing her first machine embroidery applique, and it's in the pile here somewhere. Here it is. Y'all, this is Juju's. It's a free applique design. This is, here, you want to hold it up close so they can see? There's the camera. That is Juju's Portuguese water dog. And it actually looks like Sophie, your Labradoodle, doesn't it?
Yep.
So she did this the other day. She pulled fabrics out of her own stash. And I also gifted her loads of embroidery thread, and she went through there and found she chose the thread for this. So nice job. Very good. So that's just really cool. She's definitely into machine embroidery. She likes the instantaneous gratification part of that, right? It's done. She's not into quilting quite yet. I've showed her how to do some quilting like we did. It was a lab puppy dog Christmas.
It was a golden retriever.
Golden retriever. Yeah.
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 It was a panel quilt.
Panel quilt. So she did that when I was up here last year, and I took it home with me and put it on the long arm and quilted it and mailed it back to her. Mm-hmm. She's going to be a pro. That's right. You guys, in our trust, Callie gets my room. That's pretty much all that is hers. Hopefully she doesn't get it anytime soon, right? So anyway, also today, I'm shooting a promo spot for Kimberbell Day, which is coming up on, I believe it's the 23rd of this month, I think. And Callie's going to be in the promo spot with me. So after we get off this video here, we're going to shoot that and I'll get it over to Kimberbell. So it's going to be a lot of fun to do that with her. So I told her she's going to be famous. And I also put a picture of her making this on Designs by Juju's embroidery blessings group on Facebook. And due to all of you, she went viral, y'all, because last time I looked, there were over 1,500 likes and whatnot. And then there were, oh gosh, how many did we have? We had over 100 and some comments. So it was really, really 26. Thank you, Diana. So it's July 26th, this Kimberbell Day. So if you're watching on Kimberbell Day, you guys go over to kimberbell.com, sign up for that. Okay. It's free to watch. It's just, you'll have some stitchy chatter in the background and be able to see what's new and improved coming out from Kimberbell. They've got a lot of cute stuff coming. I'm really excited to do some of it. I've got their winter, Enchanted Winter stitch along coming up with you guys. I think that ships in September. So that's going to be so cute. It's all blues and penguins and polar bears and super cute little winter stuff. But yeah. So anyway, we will be on that together. I hope you get a chance to see it. All right. She's already famous with y'all. I know, Marie. Thank you. You're sweet. Okay. So when I come here, we have to go to Ruth's Stitchery, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we went over there day before yesterday or yesterday? Day before.
Friday.
It was Friday? Friday or Saturday? It was Saturday. Your dad was working Friday. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Okay, it was Saturday. Right. Yeah. So, and then Sunday we had church because her dad is the pastor at the church, and we did that. It was really nice. And then, so we go to Ruth's Stitchery, and I'll show you guys the shopping haul from that. But when we get done with the promo, we're very busy today, you guys. Did you miss Keith and Frito? No, you didn't. Well, you missed Keith. You didn't miss Frito. She didn't get her little treat yet.
I know. She's laying here all upset.
She's laying there all upset. I can tell. So we're going to shoot the Kimberbell promo, and then we're heading over to my friend Christine's house. She lives over by Garden of the Gods, if any of you know where that is here in Colorado Springs. And she owns Jelly Rolls to Go. She has a shop on Etsy, and I think she still has the .com up. And we're going to take a tour of her amazing house. I actually did that back in 2021 with a video. You want a Frito visit? All right. Dave's having a fit right here. Let's do a Frito visit. I want to see if I can. I'm afraid I'm going to lose sound again, you guys. So I'm just going to move the laptop. The extra camera did not work out today. So we're going to point this downwards where Callie is standing, and y'all can see all my water. And we're going to have a Frito visit. Come here, Frito. Come here. That's my girl. There she is. There's your Frito visit. There you go. She gets a treat every morning. See, the whole family's here, you guys. There you go. There. These are your Dave's biscuits. Yes, ma'am. They like their Frito visits. They get upset, right? You want a stick? Go brush your teeth. You should see her little nub just going, you guys. Wiggle butts. Thank you. All right. So, all right. Cool. So, first things first, before we get to cutting the quilted Christmas tree, and that is this. I promised you guys we would cut this today. So I'm just going to give you some thoughts about cutting. I have another video where I cut a block from a project 2 weeks ago, and it's really, really good to tell you how to cut. So, you want to show them what you got first?
Sure.
Okay. She's, as I said, she's an embroiderer. So first thing she zoomed in on there is the Kimberbell's Quilty Christmas. Yep. You guys, I have this at home. So she saw it and wanted it. And it comes with the CD. And so yesterday, her dad had to go dig out the external CD reader, and we swapped the files from the CD over to Mom's laptop, and then from Mom's laptop to a USB that you can use in your machine, right? Okay. And then also, show them what's inside. This is, hold on, got to show, first of all, this is the fabric kit for Quilty Little Christmas. You guys, this is a wall mural, bunch of little different murals. Yeah. So this makes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little things. And it has the fabric in it. So this is the fabric bundle that is inside of the kit. She got this at Ruth's Stitchery in Colorado Springs. So she's got all the fabric she needs. She needed a little bit darker. They didn't have any of that like velour there. So she got a dark blossom fat quarter to make that big tree. And then it has a list of what's included in the fabric kit. They didn't have any embellishment kits. Let me put your book back in here for you. They didn't have any embellishment kits. So, but they did have the felt. And if you're making this, something just gets lost in the translation if you don't have this brown felt for your gingerbread men, right? So that was her haul from Miss Ruth's Stitchery. I know it's continuing to rain in Texas, Sonia. We're supposed to get new sprinklers and lawn installed over the next 2 days, and I doubt it's going to happen. So we'll just set this over here. Okay. And then I got to show you guys. You will love this, okay? In addition to the towel she made, okay, in addition to the towel she made for me, for giving her all that stuff, for me and Keith's, T is for Thompson, she actually wrote out a thank you card. How nice, right? 11. How nice. You're getting raised right, my friend. And she has a cute little dog sticker on the back. It says Grammy. How cute. So, all right. It's nice to be appreciated, isn't it? Yeah, everybody's loving that. All right. They had this quilt hanging from the ceiling, and it is it's a Hoffman quilt pattern. I'll show you guys. For you experienced quilters, I don't know that I would jump on this if I was new to quilting. For you experienced quilters that like a stack and whack, this is adorable. This is called Holiday Folly. I've got a link to it below in the description box. And this is just adorable. You've got see how these are kind of wonky right here? Those are right there. That's a wonky Christmas tree, okay? And then you've got wonky presents. But what got me was the ho, ho, ho and the fa la la. That is applique. And so you can snap-plique this. This is an adorable quilt. It's called Holiday Folly. It finishes at 66 by 82. This is a really fun Christmas quilt. And they have it kitted. Got a hole in the bag. I need to put it in a different bag. So I got all the fabrics for it as well. You know, because I don't have any other Christmas quilt projects going on, right? I'm being facetious. So this, now, like I said, if you're a stack and whack fan, let me show you these pattern pieces. So you get all of these pieces you can put, if you want to snap-plique them like I will do. This is not going to be a sew along, y'all. This is going into my stash. But here you go to make the presents. Okay. It's not paper piecing. That's a stack and whack. But it gives you the dimensions on how to cut. So, and there is, you can see it's A1, A3, B3, and that type of thing. So you've got directions here. If you want a challenge, this is it. So it says first cut is this line. Okay. And it tells you which cut is which on how to do that. Is it in my featured items? It is, Connie, down below in the description box. Okay. And it has Holiday Folly. They only have 4 kits left at Ruth Stitchery. I looked, will I finish that in 2035 or 36? Patty, I don't know. Hopefully 34. Gives me a reason to stay alive, right? Something to do. You've never seen a stack and whack. You guys need to Google that. What is a quilting stack and whack? There are beautiful quilt patterns that are out there for a stack and whack. It's where you take a stack of fabrics and you cut them up certain ways and then lay them out. Okay, you experienced quilters that have been around the block a little while. You know what those are, and they're a lot of fun. So if you enjoy that kind of challenge, because this is a challenge, this is not a beginner quilt. I know my embroiderers are going, what's a stack and whack? Yeah. So this is not a beginner quilt, but it is just precious. And I've got it as a challenge. So that's kind of cool. See, and so Betsy says she loves a stack and whack. Betsy emailed me last night asking about the 5x17 bottom border block in Autumn Love. And she's like, how should you do that? So I answered her back. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to do two blocks at a time, because it's actually 3 blocks. It's going to be 2 blocks at a time. And then I'm going to do a multiple hooping for the third one. So,
Wow.
so yeah, it was, how do you say your name? Quana Jackson. It was on the Shop Hop. It sure was. All right. And so I got all the fabrics for that. Like I said, they only have 4 kits left. I have a link to it below in the description box. Y'all, they didn't put the picture on their website. That drives me crazy. And I told them I was going to promote it today. So, you can click that, and it's the right link because there's 4 of them. She told me they only had 4 left. Or if you get there later, it'll be less than 4. And then, or you can give them a call. That's Ruth Stitchery, and I did put their phone number on there. Okay. So also, y'all, there is a new line of fabric out. It is absolutely adorable. And let me look at my Villa Rosa designs. I want to show you guys. This is a table topper. I found a pattern to work with one I want to get. So this is Penny Candy. Let me see if I tap it. Will it? No, it won't go bigger. So this is a table runner. I'm going to turn it into a table topper where I'm going to do the first 3 O's and then double that. So this is the pattern for the fabric I'm about to show you. It's called Penny Candy by Villa Rosa Designs. They have an adorable new line out from Moda called Perfect Christmas. And if you like cats, this is adorable. Okay. So anyway, yeah, Perfect Christmas. The fabric colors in this, you guys, I just love it. This is by Elna Amo for Moda. Perfect Christmas. That's your focus fabric right there. And for the background fabric on that table topper, I chose, it's a soft, kind of a greenish gray sage looking dot. That's going to be the background fabric. Okay. And then, so that'll go in between the O's and in the little corners, the sew and flip corners on those. And I'm on the border. I bought this. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. So it's a cat theme, but it's very grown up. It's very, very beautiful. And then for the binding and the backing, no cats. I just love this. I got 2 yards of it, you guys. This blue, y'all, the picture does not do it justice. This line is called Perfect Christmas. Sandy says, oh boy, I got to have that cat fabric. So it's a brand new line out from Moda. Okay. This is it right here. You've made that table runner, TM Jules. Did it come out pretty? So there's not, let me open this up. This is so cute. I love these crazy looking cats. Aren't they funny? They're cute, aren't they? So that's just the focus fabric. There's 2 of those. But after that, there's that fabric that's going to be in my border. Okay. And we get 2 of those in here. There's the fabric that's going to be the background. So there's not that many cats in it. It only has and there's some houses, no cats. Do we have cats on the doorway? No cats. Okay. So, if you want to get it, we have candy canes. There's not cats in the supporting fabrics in this line, y'all. Stockings. But the colors are just gorgeous. I love it. Candy canes on pink. That's nice. Go through here. We have houses on pink. Yeah. There's a cat, one hanging on a present there. That's it. Let's see here. So very nice. Perfect Christmas. If you get a pre-cut of this, you don't have a lot of cats throughout the whole thing or cat themed at all. I got this fabric, Connie, at Ruth's Stitchery. And I've got a link to this below as well. Okay. At Ruth's. And she's got the fabric, yardage, and everything listed on their website. That's not an affiliate for me. I just love them though. She talked about me coming up next year to teach at Ruth's. They're wanting to do some big classes like that. So maybe we'll do some snap-a-kay up here in Colorado Springs. Awesome. All right. So that was the haul for Ruth's Stitchery in Colorado Springs. Callie got her embroidery stuff, and I got my projects that, I'll have until I'm dead, I'm sure. So, hey, you guys, if you're enjoying the video, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It's free, no memberships here. And then we can spend more time together. Okay. I need to drink a coffee, right? Oof. Alrighty. So yeah, Callie can learn. She's not too much of a quilter at this point. She's got everything she needs for it. Okay. Rotary cutters and mat. And one thing she doesn't have, something we all don't have enough of, is room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, I asked her, do you want me to get you some more stabilizer? No, Grammy. She says, I don't have any more room. Her closet is packed, but you've done a nice job organizing it. She's very particular.
Yeah, my mom helped me. My mom helped me with that.
Yeah, your mom's real good at that too. Okay, so I am going to, the title of the video is all about cutting this fabric for the Quilted Christmas tree. So I mentioned this she needs a better storage idea. I know, Quilt Wench. I know. So I've got a link to this below in the description box as well. It is a download off of Etsy. A lot of you are doing this along with me, and there used to be kits at Two Chicks Quilting, but Annie says, come organize me, Callie. But so there are no more kits available, but this was originally designed to be a stash buster. So that's what that's the way, if you wanted to do it like that, you can. You just need a bunch of reds on the back of the pattern. If you want to do this and you don't have the pattern yet, you can see this on Etsy, the back of it, and it tells you how many of each thing you need. So like on the reds, it says 27 or more assorted red print fat 8s. So you've got that up here. All right. So if you need more room, I know you guys have loads of Christmas fabric, so you can use this. Bonnie had asked me if a layer cake would do. It will, but you're going to need like an additional fat quarter, because there is a couple of cuts that are larger than 5 inches, because these are 5-inch cuts. Do you want to sit down?
Yeah.
Okay. So grab a chair, have a seat.
Yeah.
She's going to have a seat. All righty. So if you got the kit, some of you did, a lot of you did, a lot of you bought the kit. Okay. So if you bought the kit, there are 2 fabrics. Pardon my kitchen. I don't have any countertop space in the motorhome. You're going to come over here and sit by me? Yeah. Okay. That'd be awesome. Maybe you can see. We'll top off the top of my head and get the bottom of yours, and that'll work, right? So in the kit, there are 2 fabrics. Let me pull them. I have them right. Uh-oh. Hold on a second, you guys. Something popped up. I touched something. Sorry. I got to get this laptop off all of my fabrics. I'm making a mess, y'all. I'll just pull all the fabrics here. Okay.
On the floor.
On the floor. Yep. Some of the fabrics, the red and the greens, are going to be half square triangles. Okay. So they want you to make 3, they want you to choose 3 prints for half square triangles, like red. You're going to make 3 red and green half square triangles. Those are right here. Okay. You can see. So these are the half square triangles on the points. So you've got a lot of green ones. And then here, like there's 1, 2, there's one right there. There's one right here. Let me count them all. The red and green ones. Right. So here, here, and here, and then over on this side of the tree as well. The directions tell you to cut those to 5 3/4. I'm going to cut mine to 6, oversize, and then trim it down. So that there's only a few half square triangles, Elaine. Don't get freaky on me. It's okay. She says HSTs. Oh no. I do them the easy way. Okay. We're going to sew some probably Wednesday. Today is just all about cutting. So on all of, like it says, 3 5 3/4 squares, those are tree branch HSTs up here in the top. I'm going to cut mine to 6, and that gives me a little bit extra to size it down. You have plenty of fabric. Kathy, that was Perfect Christmas by Elena Amo for Moda. Perfect Christmas. I'll show it one more time. Whoop. You guys can see that. Perfect Christmas. Very few cat prints in here. Okay. So for those that are doing this and you're using your stash, if you have a red layer cake, that'll work perfect. But you would need to, because you need 100 5 by 5 squares. So, but you will need a little bit extra fabric in order to cut larger. You can either do, so Newligan says, that's the trick to HSTs, cut larger and then trim them down to size. That's definitely the way to do that. You're welcome, Kathy. You've also got, so up here in your gold star, okay, those are flying geese. And she's got a big long paragraph in here to tell you how to make the flying geese, but they're flying geese and they're pretty easy. And we will do them together. All right. So if you got the kit, there are 2 fabrics, one red and one green, that are directional. I do not recommend you choose this fabric for those HSTs or half square triangles. One of them is this fabric. This is directional. It's linear. See how it looks like rows, right? Okay, this is directional fabric. Don't recommend. You can. Of course you can. You can do whatever you want. It's your quilt, right? But I don't recommend you use this one for the green. Leave this out. This needs to be one of your green Christmas tree squares. So you can use that. And the other one is a red fabric. There's a plaid too. I might stay away from that one for the HSTs. I am staying away from that one. And this red fabric right here, this is directional as well. Okay. I don't recommend it. Otherwise, you're going to have sideways Christmas trees and it'll annoy you. It'll still be adorable, but they may end up sideways if you're new. So thank you, Scotty Dog. Y'all, Scotty Dog, she says, Callie's so pretty. Scotty Dog runs our virtual kitchen. Wander over there, get yourself something, and Barbara's on coffee. So lots of stuff over there. It's pretend. You're in the right place. And also there is a green plaid. This will be fine in your HSTs, but I'm going to go ahead and just put this inside of the Christmas tree. Stash, here I come, Kathy says. Awesome. Attack the stash. Let's use up some of those Christmas fabrics, right? Definitely. You guys have loads of them. There's no reason. Okay, in your kit, it's listed what everything is. That sticker that says binding on the side, that was on this fabric. This is your binding. You got yardage of this. There's a little bit extra of this in your presents, okay? But you got yardage, okay? So here this tells you everything. And I strained my eyes last night and went through it. Your presents are really easy. You have so much fabric, okay, to be able to cut these. And just adorable. I think Nicole, she's one of the chicks at Two Chicks Quilting, did an amazing job. So we have black, blue, a blue and a white, and white with red dots. That's so pretty. These are going to be great fabrics for the presents. Gifts, it says. And then for your ribbons and bows, you've got a couple of fabrics in your kit that are kind of a metallic. Those are part of that group. And I got ahead of myself and I pre-cut 5-inch squares. See that how it kind of shimmers? Okay. No big deal. Even though they're 5-inch squares, they're going to cut out bows just fine to snap-applique the bows. All right. So I've got enough left over. I got ahead of myself. Like I said, I got enough left over for the ribbon and the bow. So that's no problem. I'm going to use this as ribbon and bow. And also there's enough to put some more in the Christmas tree. Okay. And then this dark one, I think this will look cute. It was hard to see the pictures, you guys. This will be pretty ribbon and bow. And then the reds that are in your ribbons and bows are red with dots. And then this one, it looks like it's got like gold and green in it. And this plaid, these are for ribbons and bows. Here is the gold with red with gold metallic. Okay, more ribbons and bows. So just kind of go through your fabrics, study them a little bit, see what you want for what. You don't have to use them like that. You can do it any way you want. Again, it's your quilt. But I would advise against the directional fabrics for those half square triangles. Just pull those out and then you can choose everything else, whatever you need. So they wanted 11. I've already gotten to cutting some. So here's a whole bunch of reds. Y'all, you're going to have tons of fabric left over, I'm sure. A lady wrote me an email yesterday and asked if she could make it smaller. You certainly can. Hi, Peggy. Hi. There she is. There she is. We saw Peggy. Yeah, Peggy, we already showed everything from our haul. Yeah, we did. Thank you. Peggy was awesome. As soon as I walked in the store, she said, "Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools." It's so sweet. Y'all, they have the best staff there. Beautiful store. Lots of inspiration hanging everywhere. So it was nice. Matter of fact, I have a picture. Peggy was in our picture. I should show you guys. Let me go to another. Let me go to my iCloud. I'm going to pull this up for you guys and show you. There it is, or right there. And let's get real big. Let me pull this up so you guys can see who Peggy is. All right. Let me come back here to StreamYard and share my screen. And there it is right there. So that's Peggy and me and Callie and her mom, Amanda. And look at all of that in the store. So much inspiration, so fun. And my big bag right there on the countertop. That is a must stop. If you guys are driving through Colorado, you absolutely need to stop into Ruth's. If you haven't been there, you are missing it. Krista wants to know how far it is from Denver. How far? Like 2 hours? Yeah, it's about 2 hours. Yeah. So yeah, Lori, I have a helper. This is my granddaughter, Callie. She's 11. We are up here visiting in Colorado Springs. So you have taught at Ruth's, Harriet. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the shop is amazing and the staff is awesome and the selection is crazy. There's so much there. You will just absolutely love it. Okay, so back to cutting again. I just wanted to talk to you today about the fabrics, of what I'm going to do with them, which ones I'm going to use, where. And I did a video. It was not. It was before we left on our cruise. It was before we left on this trip. I will find it and link to. I'll link to it below the video. And I did some cutting. I think it was for a quilted snowman. I think. And I showed how I cut and how to, it was kind of a refresher on cutting, actual cutting. I don't have a whole lot of space right here. So I chose my 11 fabrics that I'm going to use for my Christmas tree. I just went through here. She's going to sit down. She's like, you're quilting. I don't want to talk about that. Right. Let me put this right here where we can see you too. So right behind us out the window is the barn. What you got in there?
Chickens and goats, and we do have all the cats' food and stuff is in there, but they roam around the property.
Yeah, chickens, goats, and cats in the barn.
Cats.
Barn cats. They're in and out. Yeah. So she's got a little farm up here, you guys. It's crazy. How many acres? 40? 40. Yeah. Awesome. So these are the fabrics. Now, on the 11 fabrics that you are going to choose for your Christmas tree, is that what it said? Let me see here. What did I do? What did I do with the pattern? There it is. 19 or more assorted green print fat eighths for the Christmas tree itself. Oh, I know what it was. It was 11 fabrics for the green half square triangles. Okay. The pattern says cream. I got white. You might have gotten cream. I don't know. But these points on the Christmas tree, you need 11 of these to do for good contrast between the background and the tree. I chose 11 of the darker. I have a few lights, okay, but for the most part, I chose the darker green fabrics as best I could so that we're going to have good contrast. There are a couple of lights in there, but for the most part, I chose the darker ones. So this stack of 11 fabrics, again, the pattern calls for, bye, Debbie, have a good guild. Tell them about me. Have them subscribe and watch. So thank you. Yeah, so I chose darker green fabric so I get a nice contrast between the green and the white. And for the reds, I don't think it much matters. But for the reds, I'm not choosing the plaid on the half square triangles. So 40 acres is plenty of room for your sewing studio. I know, Chris. You know, with me, so I'm in a 2-car garage that's been remodeled. That's where I sew. And I wouldn't want a she shed because Keith and I are always talking, eat together all day. We're lots of stuff. But here, you would love a building all to yourself and your brothers can't bother you. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, like that picture of that big shed at Home Depot that our dad sent you.
Oh, yeah.
That one was 2 stories. So the top story could be Calvin's 3D printing farm.
Yeah.
And I could have my sewing stuff down.
Calvin's 3D printing farm. They sent a picture to Keith of a 2-story shed at Home Depot. So I started to say about cutting the fabric in half for a smaller quilt. Thank you. Yeah, so because it's a 5-inch square, just cut it to 2.5. It's going to be the same. Okay. And then for the ones that say 5 3/4, again, I'm going to round up to 6. I would round up to 3. And if I was going to cut it in half. So you can do this if you want to make, so the finished quilt is 63 by 81, half that. All right. And that's going to be the size of probably a wall hanging or a nice lap. All right. So you love my shirt. Tracy, this shirt is one of my very first quilting t-shirts I ever got. I don't even know. I got it on a Facebook ad somewhere. No, I don't sell it. But this is one of my oldest shirts. I've grown out of it. I've grown back into it. So anyway, Yeah, so you certainly can cut this in half if you would like a smaller quilt. Absolutely. Here's another one of the metallic fabrics. So I could just use this for my ribbon and bows, but the other one, it's large enough. I talked about snap-pliquing the ribbon and bows. And okay, let's go through this pattern. Here is the layout. So we are going to go through how to lay out all these gifts. Okay. And they have you make everything but the 5-inch squares. That's the way the pattern goes. So Betsy's doing hers half size. Good. Okay. So everything but the easy 5-inch squares, those are last. Okay. So we're going to make all of our half square triangles first. Then we're going to make the star unit. Then we're going to go through and make our packages and our gifts. Okay. And then after that, I will do a day of cutting out bows, and this template right here, this is going to go into the scan and cut, okay, and become snap-plique. So I can do these on the embroidery machine. And then we're going to go through, so as we go through this on our non-embroidery days, we're going to go through each one of these. So here's the instructions on how to make half square triangles or flying geese units for the star and all of that stuff. So we're going to go through this bit by bit. It looks like a lot, you guys, but there's a whole lot of baby step instructions in this to tell you how to make a half square triangle or how to make a flying geese unit. So shouldn't be bad. And if you are jumping ahead, because a lot of you like to, it says in the pattern repeatedly. Patty says, I'm glad you're doing this. I looked through the instructions on the bows and started scratching your head immediately. Yeah, we'll get to it, right? So I'll take you guys with me because we're here through the middle of August. This quilt will be done before we get home. We get home August 13th. So there's a couple of times in the instructions. If you get to sewing, so you're going to put this quilt together in columns. All right. So see how there's dotted lines between where all of these 5-inch squares are sewn together? Do not cut those apart. The odds of you messing up your stitch order so that this is all out of weird whack that's really probably the hardest part of this entire quilt is making sure that it's all in the right order. She goes into deep directions in here to tell you, take a Post-it note, label it 1 through 14, get different Post-it notes 1 through 14, and pin those to your stacks so that your 14 rows, let me show you, your 14 rows, and it tells you on here, 1 through 14 here and 1 through 18 here. Okay. So that your rows don't get out of order. If you cut between your piecing, okay, your chain piecing, it's going to be everywhere. So just a word to the wise. Okay. FYI. All right. So that's kind of it. That's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Have a stand up here so they can see you again, sweet girl. And thank you for being here. Again, I'm going to go, after we finish, I'm going to go into the first 10 minutes of the video or so where there's no sound. Cut that off. So if you guys were chatting, I'm sorry. You won't be able to see that on replay. And it will come up right away in the, and that way the chat will start when the video begins. We had technical difficulties in the beginning. So if you're watching on TV, please grab your TV remote, hit the channel up button. That gives me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Please subscribe. We're going to be going through quilting and machine embroidery designs for the rest of our trip. We're still working on Autumn Love on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to be working on the Quilted Christmas tree. Yeah. So, all right. We are getting ready to shoot a Kimberbell Day promo for embroidery. And Callie's going to be in it with me. Kimberbell Day is July 26th. So sign up for that. You're going to love it. And then we're off to Jelly Rolls to go. How fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keith says goodbye. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. Give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. You're going to wave bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Oh.